Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, CJ Stroud, preseason week 3, small sample size, but we're diving into it. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This is a great way to support the channel and get even more Quarterback School content. So if you've ever wondered what it's like in an NFL quarterback room, all sorts of details, nuance that goes into teaching and better understanding ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the video description. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, CJ Stroud, preseason week 3, super small sample size. We're going to throw a go down here to the bottom. I think it's a pretty nice play from the DB. I don't think this is a terrible throw. I think it's probably slightly underthrown, slightly faded out. And I think it could be cleaned up by a little bit of what is kind of a pet peeve of mine footwork-wise, and that's just your feet coming together. I don't think it's the end of the world here. I think the ball's just not exactly where he wants. I think it's usually a good enough throw. And so what I mean by that is when we throw this thing, I'll pause it at the top here for a few things. First, let's look at his feet. So hit that back foot, love the base. This part right here, to me, just unnecessarily comes together. And it's not the end of the world. It's just going to be harder to put the ball exactly where you want as often as you want with that many moving parts. Then the part that I'm talking about when I say the throw is good, but not probably good enough, is we talk a lot on this channel of the red line. So this idea being that we're going down, right down the line, usually 5 yards from the sideline in an NFL practice setting. You want to drop this thing usually right down the line if the guy is stacking him. So if the eligible is stacking that DB type right here, well, then we can drop it right down the line, go score a touchdown. Worst case scenario is you want to fade this thing and let it kind of like drop down out of the heavens and let him, that's where you hear that term fade. But a true go ball is not really a fade. You're trying to hit him down in stride. And I think just the action here is this thing is probably a little more left than he wants. It's not uncatchable. It's not a never in history ball. It's just not quite precise. And the DB makes a nice play, times it well, but that could easily be a big play. I like the aggressiveness. I like a lot of this, just everything except maybe the final ball location and the ability to close this thing out, make it a massive play, and then this footwork thing from the back. And again, this might just be how he naturally does it. It might not. It's definitely not the end of the world. To me, it's just heel clicky. Boop, boop. Let it go. So maybe if he just tighten up that base just a tick, you're able to put this thing exactly where you want a little bit more often to capitalize on these big play opportunities. Next one, 3rd and 7. Okay, this one's got a lot of moving parts. The first part here is I love the pocket movement. So he's able to stay alive, keep his eyes downfield. Now, I think he probably could get the ball out when he goes to pump. And again, we're not in their quarterback room. We don't know their reads. But just the timing of this thing, it looks like it could come out to 83, the number 3 to our left here, and get a first down. And so whether he's maybe looking downfield or not quite have his eyes in the right spot, it looks like it could come out, and I get there's someone right at his feet, and it's almost a big play out of structure here. But for me, I just want to see him be efficient from the pocket consistently. And then the rest of the things, as far as getting out, making plays like that Georgia game, I think will come with time. So for me here, the scheme is going to be right down here to the bottom. We're going to come in here and run what I'm going to call like a sail or a corner from here. And it's paired here with what I'm used to calling a loop or return. So it looks like flood, and then you put your foot in the ground and come back. And usually it's paired with some sort of must outside release go down here to the bottom. Just get out of the way. Timing-wise here, it would usually be here, down to here, kind of just like a simple high-low. So when CJ Stroud, we've got an issue. We got this bullshit overload front everybody loves to do. Comes up, he's got to move a tick in the pocket. It's going to happen. I think he does a nice job keeping his eyes down the field. Once you move off that launch point, it's really hard to get to your number 1 read in time, in rhythm. So it's almost like you bobbled the snap, and now it's you skip the 1 and you go right to the 2. So if he were to kind of move and then just get the ball down to the 2, I think it times out and it's a first down. Now again, it's easy with a clicker and a marker. I get it. Clap back in the comments, but you can see here the timing of this. Up, put it on that loop. So no to the corner. You moved right there. Put it on the loop. Now maybe the loop's just not quite ready, and that's why he turns it down. Maybe he turns it down because the right guard is doing a push-up in his lap. Okay, all good reasons to turn it down, but I still think he could make that play for a first down. And then add a structure. There is a small window for a big play on the sideline. We just don't hook it up. I don't know if he could have run there for a first down. I probably don't think he could have without a collision, so don't want to do that. I just like this pocket movement. This right here, whoop, and then eyes up. You can see his eyes go down to kind of buy enough time, like, oh shit, my right guard way overset. Whoop. Back in front. 69 was all over the place in this one. Jeez Louise, he was flopping around. Whoop. Eyes downfield still. And almost a nice play on the sideline. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let it wash over you. An easy way to support the channel. I appreciate you subscribing, getting the notifications. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member. We also have Quarterback School courses, all linked in the video description. Some of my favorite things that I create as far as deep dive, detailed content, by far the most premium content available through the channel. So if you enjoy how I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. Get over there, check them out, enroll. We also have a bunch of free resources available, all linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, 3rd and 2. This time he does come back and hit the looper return up top by the new number 2, the sniffer type. It looks like, if I had to guess, he's working the slot to the bottom to the return loop up top. You see a lot of teams run what I'm used to calling a choice or an option with a loop return on the backside as kind of the 1 to 2. Now you can't really tell because we don't have a stripe on the helmet and can't really tell if he's looking to his left, but just concept wise, I would imagine that's where you're looking. Regardless, I really like his footwork here. Again, we'll talk a little bit about it the next time we watch it from the back, but oftentimes on this channel, you'll hear me say, you never really want to have that back foot be going backwards. And that's not really always true. I think there are times when you can kick back, and they actually teach this technique. And I actually like it on certain plays. Ironically, one of the plays where they teach it is spacing, one of my least favorite plays. But right here, this little choice route. So for me, I'm calling this a choice route just because of this kind of slow release. So kind of, and then usually you can hook up, you can run in, you can run out, and you can run to the slant or post in some offenses. Now, I would make the argument here that running to the slant is not the correct decision here by the slot. And so it's a really nice job coming back up top to the looper return. And so the timing of this thing usually is, hey, 1, give this a chance. If it's not there, 2, this got a great opportunity to be there. And then footwork wise, base, hit this thing. And if it's not there, you can kick back. So move back a little bit because it's such a short set that you're able to kind of keep that base and give yourself a little bit more time to make this throw. So not quite the same as kind of taking a false step at the top of your drop when you're driving the ball down the field. So no kickback. And again, you can see him keep his base as he kicks back. Boop, back. And his eyes snap with him. So again, read this thing out to the bottom. If you're going to throw this slot, they do a good job covering it with 2. I think he does a nice job getting the ball down to the looper return. If he's not working that choice to the left, he might be working that comeback to 85 to our right. Either way, both of those are not there. And so it's able to come down to the loop. Again, I think he's looking to his left. Back. Nice right up on his grill. Nice completion. Next one, touchdown pass. I feel like I've drawn this up a lot this preseason, but this is just double crossers or double overs. And usually you try to throw it to the guy who's under, which is up top here. So see these crossers run, and the guy who goes under gets a natural rub right there on purpose, unintentionally. Boop. And that's a beautiful ball. Nice job. Again, really hard for DBs down here. If you're going to play man coverage, to ask corners to run with guys and navigate picks and rubs well down the field. Good enough pass pro. That's a beautiful ball. That's wide open in the NFL. Boop. Right up on his face. Love the accuracy, making an easy play look easy. So again, how they get there, oftentimes just operationally here so we know what's going on. If the corner doesn't run here, so if a safety just kicks over, that's usually a better indicator that it's zone, and they'll probably have a run tether to this play. So you do this shift to see man or zone. It's man. Let's go. So who's over the top right here? Right here. We're going to go over the top and usually running to that back pylon. Okay, it's kind of the landmark. Same thing on the other side, except now we're going under. So you set it and go, let him go, and then go under, and then you kind of run, set your landmark to that back pylon. So 2 good man runaways. Again, not good at all versus zone. And that's why you do that little shift to make sure you get man. Got it. Runaway, good space, nice little rub, touchdown. Again, just polished ball handling here. I think maybe you could get the offhand on your core here for Stroud just to clean up and make all these things look just like the run. So, right there, that just that little offhand off the body right there. Again, just little detailed things that they're probably talking about in their quarterback room. Whoop. Nice job getting lined up in rhythm. Nice, easy catchable ball. Let's go. So that is a wrap. CJ Stroud, not a whole lot of throws, but I thought it looked pretty good. I certainly wasn't perfect, but even the things that weren't really right on schedule, I think are easy-ish fixes. And then I think he's able to make the easy plays look easy, which is always a great sign. It'll certainly be a learning experience. They'll certainly have a lot of struggles this year, but I'm really optimistic about what CJ Stroud looks like, the type of player he can become. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you want to see next. I appreciate you hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.